Just the facts, ma'am.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Dave Dismantled. It's December 8th, 2021. I'm going through the Alberta government data, COVID-19 statistics, starting with the mortality page here, the highlights, or as it were. So under the total count here at the very top, under deaths, total, 73.9 out of the population rate. Population rate down here is 100,000 cases. So total overall across all age groups, 73.9 deaths per 100,000, which works out to a mortality rate of 0.07%, or a survival rate across all age groups of 99.93%. Still, when we look under 1 year of age up to 19 years old, if we combine the 0.2 and the 0.5 together, we get 0.7. If we did 0.7 out of 100,000, that's what you call statistically insignificant. The percentage is 0.0007% mortality rate. And the numbers generally stay good, of course, until you get into the older ages. So again, 0.07% mortality rate across all age groups. Under the vaccine outcomes, new cases, fully vaccinated, make up 38.52%. New cases, partially vaccinated, make up 3.69%. That's over 42% between complete and partial of new cases. Active cases completely vaccinated are 42.36%. Partially vaccinated, 3.24%. So under active cases, complete and partial come to almost 46%. And currently hospitalized, completely vaccinated make up 32.44%, and partially vaccinated make up 4.29%. For a total of almost 37% of hospitalized cases are complete or partially vaccinated. Now let's talk about variants of concern. Of course, because the Omicron is Omicron, however you want to say it, means small o in Greek, right? So 112,476 variants of concern have been identified. Yet this chart only shows, Omicron, Gamma, Beta, Kappa, Delta, Alpha ones. I want to focus on the variants of concern here for a second, because they do have a data chart that you can download. So here's the download link where you can download their data, and I'd like to show you here from 2020 of March 6th, the number of variants of concern when they started whatever testing they were doing, PCR testing at the time, I'm assuming. I'm not sure how they identified the variants, perhaps genomic sequencing, I don't know, but they did track it. And starting in March 6th of 2020, there was 0 variants of concern. And we go 10 months into the future to December of 2020, mid-December of 2020. Well, first of all, November 23rd they detected the first variant of concern. So they started in March 6th of 2020, and the first variant they detected of concern was November 23rd of 2020, 9 months later. After 10 months, another month, so now March 6th to December 13th, there has still only been 1 variant found. From December 14th till another 10 months later, we go fast forward another 10 months. So now we're heading into 2021. Look at the variants of concern now. Okay, the numbers are increasing. Prior to December, mid-December 2020, back to March 2020, 1 variant of concern. From mid-December onwards into 2021, the variants of concern start to grow by the tens, and then by the hundreds, and then into the thousands. Okay? Now please note here that if we go back up, we can see that 19,000 tests were performed on November 20th, 2020, and no variants were found. Now if we just go down into 2021, here's 19,000 tests performed and they found 1,421 variants. May, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. It backs off a bit in June, July, but then it starts to grow again. Okay? 10 months later, the first 10 months, one variant of concern. The following 10 months, up to October of 2021, 99,800 variants. And now their total, the total for their variants is 112,000. Well, between March to December of 2020, one variant, and then after mid-December 2020, all into 2021 and growing, the variants are going crazy. Well, what's going on? Well, look what they started doing back in mid-December of 2021. Or this is 2020, sorry. I'm trying to get that highlighted here. December 16th. The first dose, I think, was December 14th. It's hard to get it. There we go. December 14th. First dose is administered. And then we see into March, April, May, more doses, second doses being given, additional doses being given. And what's increasing? What's going on? The variants are going crazy. What's changed from the first 10 months to December 2020 to after December 2020 into 2021? Well, the only thing that's changed is the vaccines. So, is there a correlation? I don't know. All I can show you is what the data says, and here's where you can download the data yourself. Right? It's all here. Complete and partially vaccinated are in the hospital. They make up new cases. They can contract the disease. They can get it. They can still die from it. They can transmit it to other people. And it appears that the variants appear to be taking hold because of the vaccination. It appears. I'm not saying it is, but the data suggests a correlation if you look at the data. This is their own numbers from their own website. Go to all the links will be in the show notes, in the description. I'll put it all on YouTube. I'll put it on Odyssey, so if you're not following me on Library or Odyssey, you can follow me there as well. That's the numbers, that's the math. And it doesn't add up from a what's going on in the world perspective. These numbers, this data doesn't jibe with what we see actually taking place in the world. Some things to consider. Well, thanks for listening. Take care.